Can you just imagine what we're going to talk about today? Come on, go ahead. You know you want to guess. My friends, I'm Kathy Weaver, and I am part of the fan club for Delinda Lane and the Fun Fearless Female global community of Christian women. And you guessed it, it is time for another Words of Wisdom Wednesday. I have been thinking a lot as we end 2024. It's getting closer by the minute, by the way. How many milestones have we accomplished in our lifetime? And please consider that, okay? Think about that. Well, you wouldn't have probably remembered it, but let's even think of my magic list here. Your very first step, the first time you ate solid food, that's a milestone. And for some people on the other end of the spectrum, as far as the aged community, solid food is no longer an option, so everything is pureed. Think about that milestone. Graduating school, whether it's graduating preschool or graduating kindergarten or graduating grade school, elementary, middle school, high school, college, what does that look like? Now you have your MBA, your PhD. What does that look like? Milestone. Think about that very first job. Did you babysit when you were younger? Did you rake leaves? Did you get that dollar bill, or in this case, probably $100 bill in your hand for the first time? What was that like? Milestone. Building relationships. Did you have a friend when you were in the daycare center? Did you have a friend at preschool that was your best buddy? Did you have a neighborhood friend? Did your moms hang out and so you got to be friends with that other child? Then you started dating. Relationships blossomed. Relationships ended. Milestones. Then all of a sudden, boom, you get married, buy a house, and now you have kids. You're a parent. Wow. Now you get a job with bigger than that $100 bill. You're managing a company. You're managing a department. You're managing a team. Milestone. Wow, right? Then all of a sudden, you are thinking, this might be a fun time to travel. Now, for some people, they travel before they get married and have kids. Others get married and have kids and then go on family vacations. And then all of a sudden, that pendulum switches over, and now you're in the retirement phase. Milestone. I know a lot of people in my network that have retired from their job careers. That's an impactful milestone. It's a whole different world, apparently. They're retired, and it's like, what am I going to do with my time? What is my purpose? Milestone. And then you think in terms of planning for your legacy. What does that look like? You're going to leave a legacy to your kids and grandkids. You're going to leave a legacy to your coworkers and the folks that you actually got to manage, perhaps. Think in terms of business milestones. This, of course, is one of my favorites because I love, love, love business. You think in terms of, I'm going to start a business. So let's think back to maybe your first time you decided entrepreneurship was a good fit for you. Someone over here makes a product or service and you like it and it works for you. So you're going to sell it. So you buy a whole bunch of their product or service, and now you're going to sell it to your network. Entrepreneurship. Okay. Think about that one. Then market research with all the social media platforms and all the Google searches and all the different absolute search engines that we have these days. It's kind of easy to do market research, in my opinion. You identify your target market, your target audience, and then you know where they hang out, so to speak, and you market your company, your product, your service to that area. Now you've got a business plan. For most states, maybe most municipalities, there's a business office, and you can actually go to the Treasury Department of your specific city, state, capitol building, things like that, and get a business plan. and actually tweak it to fit your type of business. All of a sudden, you want to start a business and you don't have capital. How are you going to raise the money for that? How big was your network to start with? And now all of a sudden, you've got a network that you're actually going to work with. And they might fund your product or service. Now you're going to launch. What does it feel like when you first go into that networking event? You first go into that Chamber of Commerce meeting. You first turn on that Zoom screen. Hi, would you like to buy a water machine? Probably, hopefully, that's not what you do. But you're building that relationship and you've got to sell whatever you have in order to maintain your business success journey. Milestone. So now you just sold your first item. Pretty awesome, right? That very first sale, you still remember who it was. And what does that mean to you? Success journey, milestone. You sold your very first, whatever it is. Pretty cool. Then you're thinking in terms of you're maybe big enough now that you're going to actually hire people or sponsor teams or host teams or train teams, whatever your business model is. That's another milestone. You're getting bigger, bigger, bigger. And now look what happens. Your network is bigger. Your chambers of commerce are bigger. Your membership is bigger. Milestone. Brand recognition is one of my favorite milestones because all of a sudden you walk into a room and they go, there you are, the whatever your identity is. And so they identify you that way, even if they don't know your name. Milestone, your branding identity. I love that part. Now, expanding is pretty cool. All of a sudden you're in your local municipality and you sell your product or service there. And then somebody in a different state buys your product or service. Guess what? That's called brand expansion, and you just did it because now your something is not just in your Kansas City area, your Kansas City market, your wherever you are. You're in bigger places now, more states, more countries, more hemispheres. Milestone. And think about after that, you're going to have a team, a business partner, collaboration opportunities, and the growth is actually truly exponential. Please think about that. There's no limits. Milestone. Yeah, I love that. Then all of a sudden, of course, this is the coolest part. You make your first $10, you make your first $100, you make your first $1,000, you make your first $1 million, make your first 10 million, whatever the milestones would be. And all of a sudden you're going, I did that. So for many people, they want to take their milestones and help others get to their milestones. What are your business goals? What does your target audience look like? What does your target market look like? Do you have business goals that you're ready to achieve? How are you going to get there? Think about the milestones. We start with that first baby step, that first solid food, that first graduation, that first job, that first entrepreneurship something. Milestones. If you have accomplished a milestone, I would love to know what it is. Would you please put in the comment section what your milestone is and totally feel free to put the link to your website in there so we also will be able to take a look at what you've been doing. I love business success journeys and I love watching as all of us accomplish a new milestone each and every day, week, month, year. We're almost getting ready for 2025. Who's ready? Bye for now.